Hi guys, it's Jyoti from the Purple Cupcake. Hope everyone is having a fabulous day. Today we are making my cosmic brownie recipe. So this recipe is my absolute favorite brownie recipe. It's dense, it's fudgy, it's sweet, it's chocolatey, it's everything that you wanted in a brownie ever. So for this recipe, you don't need any fancy equipment. I'm actually just gonna use a hand mixer, which most people have, and I'm gonna use a regular bowl. Everything comes together in one bowl. So I'm gonna quickly take you through my ingredients and let's make these brownies. All right guys, so I've got 85 grams of unsalted butter that I have melted and cooled. I've got 50 grams of cocoa powder, 185 grams of granulated white sugar, 2 large eggs, 65 grams of all-purpose flour. I will also be adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, and about a pinch of salt. Okay guys, so before we start the brownies, I actually want to preheat my oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to make sure your oven is nice and hot by the time the brownies have been poured into your pan, as well as line a baking sheet with some oil spray and some parchment paper. So I'm going to show you how I line my baking tray. So with some oil spray, I'm actually going to spray my pan very, very generously. And then I'm going to take this piece of parchment paper that I've trimmed to fit this pan and just line it into the pan. And you want to make sure that these 2 edges that are exposed are sprayed very generously and this overhang is folded over. This is actually going to help us lift our brownies out of the pan without any issues. So into my bowl, I am going to add my melted and cooled butter, as well as my granulated white sugar. And with my hand mixer fitted with my whisk attachment, I'm going to get this combined. So guys, you're gonna notice this gets really nice and pale and fluffy, so it's time to add our eggs. And again, you want to give this a nice mix in. So you're going to notice that my mixture is super pale, light, and fluffy. That's exactly how I want it. Now it's time for the cocoa powder to go right in. I'm also going to add my vanilla extract. You're going to add about a teaspoon, and I'm going to mix this. So guys, you're gonna notice that my mixture is really nice and thick. It looks so chocolatey and so good. I'm gonna add my flour right in there, as well as a nice pinch of salt and my cream. Sorry, my milk, I should say. So at this point, guys, you don't want to overmix your brownie batter. It has come together. It's so nice and chocolatey, and it looks so smooth. So now I'm gonna grab my lined baking sheet and transfer this into my baking sheet. So using a silicone spatula, I'm just going to get all of this beautiful batter onto my parchment lined baking pan. Now I'm just gonna spread my brownie into my pan. You wanna try to get this spread as evenly as you can. So now this is evenly spread. I'm going to pop this into my oven. So while my brownies bake, guys, I want to prep my ganache. I've got 200 grams of dark chocolate. You can use milk chocolate, you can use a combination of both, and half a cup of very hot heavy cream. So this is very simple. You're just gonna pour your heavy cream over your dark chocolate, And what I like to do is I just like to let this sit for a couple of minutes. I've let my ganache sit for a couple of minutes, and I'm just going to slowly start stirring it. And don't get worried if initially it doesn't mix, because it will all come together. Eventually, you just have to be patient with it and mix it very, very slowly. Look how good that looks. My gosh, so chocolatey. Now that my ganache has come together, it is so nice and glossy and thick and just pure chocolatey goodness. I'm gonna set this aside, guys. I'm going to get my brownies out of the oven, let them cool, and then we'll top them with this ganache. My brownie is out of the oven, guys. I let it chill for a little while. As you can see, it's baked up so nice and flat. So this is gonna give us a really, really nice surface to get a smooth ganache finish. I am going to let this chill a little bit further. Probably we'll pop it in the fridge for about 15 minutes, and then we're ready to get our ganache on. Time to get this ganache onto our baked brownie. And again, with an offset spatula, you just want to spread this so nice and evenly. So I've got my ganache nice and evenly spread. I've got a nice smooth surface. And now, guys, it is my favorite time to add our pastel bit chips. You can use whatever kind of bit chips you have. I absolutely love the pastel kind, and I'm gonna go a little crazy with them. I like a lot of crunch in every bite. Growing up, the bit chips were my favorite part of the brownie. Now I appreciate every part of the brownie. And there you have it, guys. Our brownie is topped with all the bit chips. I am going to pop this into the fridge for about an hour. I want my ganache to set fully before I cut into this. So because I didn't get an even cut on the end, I'm gonna save this to snack on. Guys, my cosmic brownies are ready, and I am so excited to eat basically all of them. I hope you guys make some, and if you do, please tag me. I would love to see your cosmic brownies.